Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 6 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager. Pictured on your screen right now is FHM producer Jeff because we are back with the sensational 70s 1973 Vancouver Canucks playoffs in Franchise Hockey Manager 6. Jeff, I've mixed up the entire title just to mess with myself and see if I could actually get everything. And I think I did. Did I?
Good question. I see it all. Yep. Looks like it showed up on the main Twitch stream page at least.
Yeah. So we're back with the 73 playoffs in our alternate universe where the WHA no longer exists or never came
Never did
into
exist.
existence. Yes. And you've added a bunch of new expansion teams, but things didn't go as well as you hoped.
Yeah, well, we are in the playoffs, but we were supposed to be one of the better teams this year, and this is the league standings in 20 teams. You can see where we wound up, 11th overall, so we were actually in the bottom half this year, and we just sort of squeezed into the playoffs. Well, that's so I know we're better than we played, but I don't know if that's going to help us any in the playoffs. We may be out fairly quickly here. And not surprisingly, it looks like all four of the expansion teams, it was four we added, yeah, four, went out or didn't make the playoffs. Houston had a fairly decent season, but looking at the conference standings, I think we did. Oh, did we do 16? No, I think that's showing the cutoff line in the wrong place. Yeah, I think it's the top three in each division to make the playoffs. And we just barely made it in there, and we've got Pittsburgh in the first round. Yeah, playoffs are. I think I've combined a couple of playoff systems here, so it's kind of weird. It looks. I think we're going cross conference for the first round. So we're up against the Penguins, and just having a quick look at them. 47, 25, and 8. That's pretty impressive. The goaltending looks terrible. 2-star and a 1.5 star. Ernie Wakely, WHA guy. And Lyle Carter, who I think had a little cup of coffee with the Seals for a couple of years. And defensively, they got Ron Stackhouse, who was an actual Penguin in real life. Probably the best guy they've got there. And a couple of guys behind him, but still pretty thin. They're really weak from the blue line back. How are they winning games? I don't see a big JP Parise, their captain.
Maybe a
Might have a huge
hot
season.
goaltender.
Even then, though, it shouldn't be enough. Okay, Ron Ward, another WHA guy who's somehow with 2 stars is putting up 70, 60, 70 point seasons. George Morrison, another, I think he was with the Blues around this time in real life. 68, yeah, that's more than he ever produced for real. Okay, Wayne Revers, pretty big scorer with San Diego in the WHA. He's getting some. Chris Odlefson, who's the captain of the Canucks. Okay, yeah, a lot of scoring depth, but they should not have done as well as they did. So I think we got a shot at beating these guys. Let's just get the lineup straightened out. Chat question: where's the whale? They didn't make the cut on the voting. They'll be coming
No,
eventually.
we had people ask from on Twitter, on our Twitter, which is at Franchise Hockey, who they wanted to see, and these were the teams that were added.
Yep.
So we got to see Miami actually play some hockey, who never had a team in the WHA but had planned. We had it right in for the Cincinnati Stingers, despite Jeff's disapproval.
Well, we already had the Cleveland Barons, so that's 2 teams in Ohio and 1 expansion.
Yeah, love it. I'm trying to think who else came in. Looking.
It was Miami, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Houston, the 4 worst teams in the league this year.
Yeah. 2 Ohio teams. Yeah, what's wrong with that? We had the California expansion. Now we have the Ohio expansion.
Fair enough. Okay, injury-wise, we're not in very bad shape. Nobody on the permanent or long-term injury list. Dave Dunn, one of our regulars, well, semi-regulars, he did play most of the season, was out for a week or 2. And more importantly, Carl Brewer, one of our better defensemen, is day-to-day, so I think he has to go in right away. I'm going to shuffle the lines around because could probably use it after that regular season. The one nice thing that happened this season, Reggie Leach, who looked like his development was completely stalled, got hurt early in the year when he wasn't doing anything, but when he came back, basically he's been on fire. Wound up with 59 points in 70 games after 3 fairly disappointing seasons after we drafted him. So that's nice to see. That gives us a little extra scoring. But I mean, you can see our guys are 2.5, 3 stars, or Phil Esposito's case 4 stars, versus the half star, 1.5 stars they've got through their lineup. So on paper, we're better than them. And Anders Hedberg somehow managed to get himself suspended for, well, it was only 1 game. So I think Bob Nystrom, who was our first rounder, gets into the lineup because of that. I'm just going to fix a couple of these guys in place, then we'll see what the AI wants to do with the lineups. Oops. Yeah, try that. Almost tempted to try Leach over on the first line right wing, but I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll leave that the way it is for now. Power play looks pretty much okay. Yeah, leave it like that. Okay, so game 1, gonna play this out. So that seemed to work out pretty good for you in the Blues stream last week.
Yeah, it did. Wait, Blues?
Wild, sorry.
Yeah. You almost had me there, and I'm just like, oh, wait a second. No, that's not right.
The lovely powder blue Penguins uniforms from the early 70s.
Oh, they're so good.
And Mike McMahon makes it 1-0 for the Penguins. That Bob Nystrom in the lineup just because of the injury gets his first career playoff goal. 1-1. 2 minutes, counting down in the first. And, another rookie, Eric Vale. I think the Penguins' first round pick this year makes it 2-1 for them. So we need Esposito to be a little hotter than this. He's had a fairly rough season this year. I'm not really sure why. We tied up, didn't so? Wayne Connolly from Esposito and Korab. In on the first line, guess Hedberg is suspended for that 1 game. We're out shooting him pretty badly here. Almost a 2-1 margin, so definitely seems like we've got the skill advantage here. And they're not getting any shots at all. They're finally got a couple through the halfway through the third. Counting down, heading towards 5 minutes left, still tied. 3, 2, and going into overtime. Don't think we've got a great track record in overtime. Had some problems with that last year, if I remember right.
We were not great, I don't believe.
Still pouring the shots on. Ernie Wakely is killing us here. I think we might have it here. Yep, Phil Esposito.
Nice.
Captain on the 54th shot of the game makes it 3-2 in overtime. And looks like Ron Stackhouse did something during the game that almost got him suspended, but turns out it didn't. Dave Dunn, who was kind of hoping would be back, has a setback, and oh wait, was that? Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. I think I set the playoff settings wrong. That was only a 1-game series.
All right,
so we've got best of 5 in the second round. I think we got to change that for next year, but
no, there's 2 games scheduled, wasn't there? Or so no, there should.
No,
there should be another one.
That was a single game series. We got Detroit coming next.
All right.
So that was the whole series in 1 game. So we got the Wings in the second round. P-Wog in the chat? Apparently not, or he'd be saying go Wings.
Good thing you won, anyways.
Yeah, and it looks like the Leafs knocked off Chicago, LA over Philadelphia, and Kansas City over Oakland. So let's see what in the second round. Leafs and Boston, that's good. That'll get a tough... No, the problem is I think we're going to get one of them in the next round. So if it's Boston, that'll be tough. Battle of Missouri for the other ones. Kansas City and St. Louis, and LA and the Rangers. But we got the Wings next. So Dave Dryden in goal for the Wings. Ken's brother. Looks like he's had an okay year. And see, there's a lot more depth here. Ivan Boldarev, close to a 100-point season playing alongside Gordie Howe, who's still at 5 stars at the age of 45. And yeah, this is going to be a tough series. This one is best out of 5. So what's the injury situation looking like? Carl Brewer's got to get back soon. Okay, Nystrom, despite scoring the goal, I think I want to go with LaRose, who's the veteran, and a little better defensively. So Hedberg goes to the first line, Connolly onto the second. Pretty well balanced first 3 lines. Yep, I think I'm happy with that. This would be a really good time for Esposito to, and look at the goals against average, up 0.88 from last season, and save percentage down from 924 to 896. So hopefully Gordie runs out of gas in this one, because it's going to be a tough series otherwise. And Danny Lawson makes it up, makes it 1-0 for the Wings halfway through the first. Oh, great. And Dunk Wilson, their backup goalie, who was with the Canucks for a little while in real life, is pretty hot at the moment. And Tim Shee makes it 2-0.
Trying to pull it off. I'm not sure it's going to be possible.
Yeah, they're really dominating us on shots right now. Might have to change it up a little for game 2, because we're not getting any offense at all right, not together right at the moment. 25-10 shots on goal, and Von Lambert makes it 3-0 Wings. So let's just try not to embarrass. Oh God. Gordie Howe makes it 4-0. This is yeah, this will be in Detroit at the old Olympia. So maybe we can steal one next game, but I don't think we're getting this. Seeing some ugly defensive game ratings on our side. Bert Marshall, 5-0 Wings. Are they going to get the shutout? They're going to get the shutout, and Dunk Wilson makes it to full 5 Flames now, so he's red hot, and now Esposito hasn't cooled off at least. A lot of red in the game ratings. Red Berenson, 35 defensive game rating, Phil Esposito, 34. Yeah, they just crushed our first line. They're all -3, plus-minus. Wings, nobody, well, Boulder have had a pretty good game, but other than that, no real standouts. They just beat us across the board there.
That's not really a huge surprise.
Yeah, oh man, Carl Brewer's down to 63% health or fitness. But I got the alternative is putting Bouchard in, and he's only 1 star.
Put him in. He can do it, maybe.
I'm going to swap out LaRose for Nystrom. Tactically, let's slow down the hitting a bit, back off them a bit, and be a little more passive and see if we can stop them somewhere around the blue line. Game 2. Well, soon as I say it, though. I was going to say we were doing a lot better this game. Mike Antonovich on the wing's second shot of the game makes it 1-0. And, of course, now they're pouring the shots on, and goodbye
Yes, of course.
to our advantage. Rick Hugh. 2-0 Wings. What's that? 7-0 Wings in this series so far. Another one, Nick Labette.
Our goaltending isn't going to matter much at this point.
Oh, there we go. Red Berenson. 4 seconds left in the period. At least makes it 3-1. Maybe we can do something. But it looks like, yep, Bob Daly. 4-1 Wings. And on it goes. Are we coming back? Looks like we got something. Yes, Wayne Connolly. Puts us back within 2. Yeah, just as soon as we do that, Pete Mahovlich makes it 5-2. And we're just not quite in their league this year, I think.
Well, 45-year-old Gordie Howe is still Gordie Howe. And that's starting to get angry Gordie Howe.
Now 6-2 after Mike Antonovich's second of the game. Yeah, he's...
And he actually, I guess maybe even angrier Gordie Howe is better words there. So.
And I think Reggie Leach got one there. No, that was Connolly getting from Leach. 6-3. I think that was on the power play. But again, we're getting outshot by a 2-1 margin. We're just not going to do it when that's happening. At least we put a few goals past Wilson. Oh, lovely. And Rene Robert got suspended for a game. Carl Brewer's almost healthy. Carl Brewer is healthy. Okay, Robert has to come out. Rose goes back in, I think, yeah. So Hextall moves up to the second line. Okay, the tactics apparently changing that was not a good idea, so...
Are you really shocked by that?
Gonna go back to the game 1 plan, even though we didn't score a single goal with that. But we are back home in Vancouver now, at least. But getting outshot massively once again, although at least Esposito was keeping him out this time. 10-6 on shots at the end of the first, but still nothing. Killed a couple of penalties. And we're catching up on shots, but oh, I think we might have something here. Yep, Phil Esposito makes it 1-0 for us. Korab and Hedberg, 3 minutes 40 seconds left to go in the second. And Red Berenson makes it 2-0. So make that 3-0. Wow, that was like, gotta check the time on that. Hedberg from Esposito. We had 3 quick goals. Whoops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Wow, 4 seconds between goals there. So basically, Esposito won the face-off. Hedberg took it in and probably, I guess, slap shot from the point or something. Right by Wilson to make it 3 quick goals at the end of the second. So we're in good shape here. Just don't blow the lead. No, Bob Nystrom. Second goal of the playoffs. 4-0. That may have been shorthanded too. Oh, Lambert gets a power play to break the shutout. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I skipped ahead to see who is in the draft for this next year, and we're going to get a quality player here in this next draft.
Yeah, we got a fairly high pick. Well, unless we win the cup.
It doesn't matter. We're still going to get a quality player.
Oh, it's that deep? We may be in trouble here. They've cut it to 4-3 with 5 minutes left. And they're getting a lot of shots. Nope, we hung on. So Robert's suspension is over. He comes back in. But
Like that.
Good.
Even if we've had the last pick in the first round, there's still quality players like who I'm just skipping through. Trying to find 2-star players like Pat Hickey or who else did I just see? Oh, Ruskowski, Terry Ruskowski.
Doesn't look like anybody's getting a sweep in the second round. Everybody is.
Claude the Rose.
All the series are 2-0 or 2-1.
Dave Lumley. Yeah, so there's some guys. But this is the Mark Howe draft. So Brian Engblom, Doug Jarvis.
Game 4, trying to force this to game 5. But it looks like, nope, Bob Berry, 1-0 for the Wings. And we're off to another slow start. And Bob Berry again a few seconds later. That Bob Nystrom's having a really good playoff after kind of being quiet in his rookie season. And Pat Quinn, of all people, tying it up.
Arcade Brass in the chat still says go whale.
Well, Gordy's in it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to consider about adding another team, Jeff, in the next off season.
And winding down the second period here, up 19-15 on shots for us. I think we're outplaying them a little bit. Maybe Gordy's getting tired. Shouldn't have said that. Bert Marshall from Rick Hugh and Gordie Howe. 3-2 with 10 minutes to go. And I got to crank up the offense. Because we really need that goal back or this season is over. Oh, we're going to get something? Yep, Wayne Connolly. Whoop. Don't want to stick with that. We'll keep shooting a lot. I'll just wait. That was one. Turn the offense back to normal, and we need a goal here to stay. No, come on. Pete Mahovlich, 4-3. Oh, great, and Guy Lapointe is hurt.
Well, that's the season.
Got 4 minutes to do something about it. 2, 1, and Lambert into the empty net with 17 seconds to go, and that's the end of our season. So, pretty much disappointments all the way around there. Gordie Howe with 4 assists in that final game of the series.
Of course.
Looks like Lapointe wasn't hurt too badly. He's almost healthy again, at least. So, semifinals. On to best of 7 now. Bruins and Wings, which should be a really good series. Gordie Howe versus Bobby Orr. And Kings and Scouts in the other one. Kings knocked off the Rangers. And going through these fairly quickly. Bruins out to a 3-1 lead over the Wings because, I think they would have crushed us anyhow if we'd gotten through that series. And the Kings leading Kansas City, so it looks like we're going to get in, well, maybe not quite. LA's in the final. Bruins haven't won their series yet. Oh, Detroit back is tied at 3-3, so they're going into Game 7.
Interesting.
And this should do it. Well, the good news for the Bruins is they won it 4-3. Won the series 4-3. I didn't see what the score in the last game was. So they're into the finals, but they've got this. Bobby Orr, second-degree MCL sprain, and he's gone for 3 weeks, so he's going to miss the rest of the finals, or the rest of the playoffs, which will be all of the finals. So forget the Orr-Howe matchup. We've got... Oops, oh, yeah, okay. The Kings have Bobby Clark and Gilbert Perreault. And future real-life Kings coach Tom Webster, who's developed a lot more here than he did in real life. And what do the Bruins have left? Oh, wow, Ted Green. He's gone for 3 to 4 months, so their best 2 defensemen are gone. On the other hand, Bernie Parent is hot. So if they could keep him going, we might have a shot at this, but I don't know. I think I kind of like the Kings' chances here.
I think they have a strong chance at winning this.
Bruins out to a 2-1 lead. Nope, the Kings in 7 games. You see that game went settled by 1 goal, 3-2 win by LA in the final in Boston Garden. Looks like Bobby Clark got the game winner late in the second. And did the Bruins ever get... Nope, they never did get Orr back. So
Jeff, I was gonna say,
Yep.
just going to say, I think you have some guys who have contracts who need to be signed.
Yep, still got a month and a half to do that. I'll take care of that. But for the second time in 3 years, the LA Kings, Stanley Cup champions.
Nicely done by the Kings.
And let's just have a look at the award winners at the end of the year. I'm not expecting us to get much. Bobby Clark getting the Hart along with the Stanley Cup. Tom Webster, Conn Smythe winner. Bernie Parent of the Bruins gets the Vezina. Orr gets the Norris. Rick Middleton, who's playing for Cleveland in this, is the Rook Calder Trophy, is the Rookie of the Year. Harry Sinden, who is not the Bruins GM here, he's running the Blues, gets GM of the Year. Clark gets the Selke as well as the Hart. Jean Pronovost gets the Richard Trophy. Ross and the both the Ross and the Richard, so points and goals. Goldsworthy of the Bruins gets plus minus. Save percentage goes to Cesar Maniago of the Wings or the Rangers.
Great name. Great name.
The legendary Canuck for all of 1 or 2 seasons. And Dunk Wilson, who we took 1 game off of, got the Jennings. Pearl gets the Bing. Bobby Hull, still with the Hawks, because there's no WHA, gets the Masterton. Howe gets the Leadership Award. Ted Lindsay, the Players MVP, goes to Clark. And Sid Abel, and with the Rings, gets Coach of the Year. And we did have one guy. Guy Lapointe made it onto the first All-Star team along with Orr.
Not bad.
Kind of a surprising second team All-Star, although it looks like he had a good season. Wayne Stevenson of the Scouts. But fairly familiar places elsewhere. Oh, Mark Tardif playing for Colorado. First team All-Star ahead of Hull. Now, about those contracts. Charlie Hodge is still Joe Daly might push him out next year, but he's still clinging on to 2 stars. I think I'm going to see if he wants to sign for 1 more year. Yep, he only wants 1, so I'll give that to him. Just as insurance and possibly as expansion draft fodder. In fact, I think I should pretty much be signing everybody, shouldn't I? Because I think we're going to do we said we were going to do the Canadian expansion one, didn't we?
Yes, we had talked about it.
So I should get everybody under contract, and because we may be losing them anyhow. And nobody's really asking for anything unreasonable, although let's see what Berenson wants. That's a raise. He's 33, but he's still our best winger. He's somewhat disappointing Dan Maloney. Shouldn't be asking for too much. Yeah, let's see if we can cut that down a little. Nope, he's not budging. Ted Hampson, another old guy who's declining, but that's likely an expansion draft loss. Wayne Connolly, we definitely want him back. I guess see Rene Robert too. I think we've still got quite a bit of budget room there, so nothing to worry about in that regard. See the farm team. I think there's a couple of half-star guys I'm going to let walk.
Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Or you might be able to add some better guys anyways.
Because I think, where are we on? Oh, that's the wrong team. Yeah, the half-star guys, I'll let their contracts expire. The other ones I'll keep around for the sake of having a little extra depth. We are at 40 of 70 contracts, so not too much to worry about. So I'll continue. That should get everybody signed. Yep, not seeing any missing ones there. Development report. Oh, great. Berenson's starting to slow down. Not what I wanted to see.
Well, Jeff, here's a question because we often get asked. Is there any way to fight some of that when you start seeing somebody starting to slow down?
You can give them the extra training bonus on the training screen. The question is, by giving them that, you're going to be making the training less effective for one of your younger guys. So does it make sense to to slow the aging in one of your old guys, or do you just go along with that and help the young guys develop as fast as possible? It's kind of the trade-off there. And cast my Hall of Fame vote.
I guess it really depends how your team's built. Huh?
Yeah. And the Miami Screaming Eagles, John McClellan lasted all of one season with them. And they brought in Harry Neal, who must be super young at this point. Yeah, only 36. Future Canucks coach Harry Neal taking over in Miami. And the Canucks have renewed my contract. That's good news. Oh,
I should say, just going ahead here, the goalie Hodge did retire in my game, but I didn't sign him either.
Yeah, that's his chances of retiring go up a lot if he doesn't have a contract. So I may get to keep him for another year in this. We'll see in a few minutes. And do I have any other staff? Had a couple of staff expiring, but it looks okay now. And the season summary. Reached the playoffs. Winning season, technically, yes. Not a whole lot of check marks otherwise. So, season score of 19 on balance. That was kind of a step back. And I'm going to spread that out across my coaching, improve that a little bit. Okay, July 1st, 1973. So let's...
Just while you talk about your staffing there, you could probably get a better skills coach.
Oh, yeah, he's not fantastic, is he? Try to find somebody after we do the expansion. So, I guess we'll just go up to 4 6-team divisions, 26 teams total in the league. Or 24 teams, rather, total. Because we've got no WHA, so it's combined.
Right, so how many teams do you want to add here?
I'm thinking 4 Canadian teams.
Ooh, that'd be 8 teams in 2 years. Not even the NHL did that. I think we're probably better going 2 teams this year, maybe 2 teams next year.
Okay, which division? We'll do it. Let's do the other conference this year, and then.
Plus, we don't want to rob all the teams, right? So,
Yeah.
just looking at this, we could add Quebec into the Patrick.
I'm thinking let's put them in the Campbell Conference or the Wales Conference. Do the 2 of them in the opposite conferences this year, and then we'll get one in ours next year.
Okay.
And I'm going to put Quebec in the. Are they on the list? They would be as Colorado. So they'll go in the Adams because that's where they started when they came in 1979. And the Norris, I think what we'll do is Calgary and Edmonton next year in our conference.
Oh, I was gonna say we could have some fun and put in the Toros.
No, we already got a team in Toronto.
What's wrong with adding a second team? We don't need Calgary yet. We could just throw in Toronto or the Ottawa Civics.
Yeah, I'm going to go with your Winnipeg Jets.
No fun.
Is that going to give me the right Jets? No, that's going to give me Atlanta.
Either Phoenix or Arizona.
Phoenix isn't on the list for some reason.
Really?
I'll just do the current Jets. Should have the right colors at least. Generate a schedule. Now the expansion draft, I'm going to leave the teams we expanded to last year out of this. So they get to hang on to all of their players.
Oh, we should have brought back the Montreal Maroons.
And let's see, 25 rounds seems okay. Actually, no, let's do that July. Yeah, the earliest we can do it is the 4th, July the 4th. And I'm going to have a fairly large protected list this time. Because that seemed to work out better last time, and no more than...
You know what the other thing is? By not bringing in 4 teams, we're also not torpedoing our only draft choice this year.
True. Should be 11th overall now. And we'll leave out everybody under the age of 22. Under the age of 23, I guess. So yeah, we should set that to 21. Yeah. Whoops. It helps if I actually include the teams that are supposed to be taking part in the draft, I imagine.
Probably, yes.
Okay, structure is fine, rules are fine. Yeah, see, this is where I screwed that up. I think I was reading the... We'll go with this 12-team playoff, and then we expand by 2 teams next time. We'll go up to 16 teams.
Makes sense.
And I don't think we want to make any other changes here. Oh, and staff, you wanted to look at a skill guy?
Yes. Yes, we did.
So I'm just filtering it down to everybody except the assistant coaches. And physical training is the one we want for a skills coach. And good, we got a few guys here. And it looks like Alexandre Cote is the guy for that.
There's a lot of good names on there. Hi, J Blurn 1234.
And he takes a skill coach job. Everybody else. Oh, Ryan Thibault doesn't seem like a great... well, we've got 5 assistant coaches already. No, he's good at forwards. I'll leave it the way that is right now. And we'll set up training after training camp. So on to the expansion draft. Bob Pulford, new coach of, it says Phoenix because that's the placeholder name the game used, but the coach of Quebec, Marc Boileau, who coached the Penguins in I think 73 and 74, is the Nordiques head coach. Ron Caron, former Blues GM, is running the Jets. And Johnny Wilson is the head coach. And we are drafting 12th overall now, but the Jets draft first. So does Mark now wind up in Winnipeg? Yeah, this seems wildly unrealistic, the Jets drafting first. Although there is no lottery now, so... Oh, and Charlie Hodge didn't retire in this.
Oh, that's good.
But I'm going to leave him exposed anyhow because he's 39 and I can sign a free agent goalie if I need to. Wow, we're starting to get older. guess I'll keep doing Teta Bouchard and 4 more forwards. Hextall definitely. Hampson again is 36th and then declining. Don't know about him. Keep Schultz. No, I guess I won't get Hampson because...
Oh my goodness.
Oops. Oh no, okay, that's all right. What?
Oh, I did the did the expansion draft on the 2nd, and it was a disaster for because I only set it to like 8 guys, so our entire team got robbed. But then
Yeah.
I moved to the NHL Entry Draft, and you will be surprised at the first few picks.
Okay, I'm checking this one. And let the CPU do the draft. And let's see how that went. Oh, weird, I didn't get a log for it. I'll just have to take a look at the teams then. Okay, did something go wrong there? Okay, that's not good. I think something went wrong and the expansion draft didn't happen.
Wasn't it set to happen on the 4th?
No, I think I changed it to the 3rd. Let me... Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, that's the real draft. Something may have went wrong when I deleted the first one. Okay, so Winnipeg and Quebec are going to be really bad this year. They'll have to sign free agents.
All right, then.
And I thought you said this was the Mark Howe draft. I'm not seeing him.
Search by potential.
Oh, no, there he is. Yeah, you're right. I think I had it scroll down a little past the top.
Could be.
Okay, picking until humans, so... Mike Rogers, first overall to the Jets. Mel Bridgman, who was the #1, I think, this year or the next year to Philadelphia in real life, goes to the Nordiques. Howe goes 3rd to the Barons. And they had the Rookie of the Year in Middleton, too, so they're looking pretty good so far. Eddie Johnstone, Engblom, Greshner, Lassard, a couple of goalies go. Tim Young, Bob Bourne, and we are up with... Well, Marion Stasny's available, and I think it may be letting us have him, despite the Iron Curtain rule, because he defected in real life, but I don't really trust that.
I'd vote for Pat Hickey.
Only 2 stars potential on. I think I remember I was just reviewing the...
Well, we could go for
ratings the other
Claude
day, and I didn't
LaRose,
like
too.
Hickey's.
Claude
True.
LaRose wouldn't be bad. Dave Lumley?
So we want both Claude LaRoses?
Well, why not? It'd be like he's on the ice all the time.
Play him on the same line. Okay, just looking at what we need right now. D is getting old. We could use a little more defensive depth. Maybe that's what was hurting Esposito last year. We're still doing okay for forwards.
So you want to bring in Bob Murray?
It's not the good Bob Murray, though.
I'm just going to
Bob
filter
Murray
by...
Yeah. Lee
By
Fogelin is
defenseman.
only 2 stars.
Hold
Anybody
on.
that's already fairly high ability for defenseman.
Doug Hicks?
Possibly Bob Gassoff, who was on his way to a really good career, and then he died in a ATV accident up north here in BC. I think like after his 2nd or 3rd year.
We could take Howe.
Marty Howe.
Yeah. So we have a Howe.
And Joe Micheletti, who's only half a star right now, probably has higher potential than any other available defenseman. Or one of the guys who's going to make a contribution. Yeah, I think we want to get somebody who can contribute now. What?
Mike Amadeo. 21-year-old Mike Amadeo.
Only 1.5 star potential. Too far down.
But it's Mike Amadeo. Lipto kid says Tiger Williams. He is. We drafted him last year. We only have one pick, Jeff, so it's really got to count.
I'm going to go with Bob Gassoff, and because I know he's not going to die in this game.
That's sad.
Yeah, add some toughness to the D and gives us a little more depth there. Oops, forgot to finish it. And we traded away our second rounder, so that's the only pick we're getting. And normally here I would cheat a bit and grab some guys out of the setting that filter assignable so we can see the guys who are actually there, and grab some guys out of the free agent pool, but Winnipeg and Quebec are going to need that badly, so I'm going to leave it alone.
There's not that many anyways.
Yeah, those are going to be some pretty bad teams.
I see. As soon as Winnipeg comes in the league, something bad just mysteriously happens.
I'm not sure what I think I may have. I'm wondering if putting the draft, changing the date of the draft did something.
I've done that before, later. And I haven't had that issue, so I'm curious.
I know. That's the first time it's happened to me, too. Hall of Fame, Red Kelly, Claude Provost, Bill Gadsby, and Gus Mortson, 1940s Leaf, 50s Leaf.
So the things that we learn.
Just advance this around to training camp. Wow, Tiger Williams suddenly, who was a little slow to develop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What the hell? I've never seen that many increases on one guy at once.
I have.
10?
Yeah. Yeah. We had, there was somebody a couple of years ago. It was feels a couple of years ago who had a huge jump. I think it was somebody in the Quebec stream last year.
Actually, come to think of it, I should set the training right now so it's set going into training camp, so because that's when the bonuses happen.
While you do that, maybe I'll do the wrap up for the video. How does that sound?
Are you getting close to the time here?
It is 57 minutes on the hour.
Let me just do the. I'll show the training camp stuff, or show the training first, and then you can do it.
Okay, no worries.
I'm calling up Joe Daly here so I can get him and Dave Schultz and Tiger Williams as well, so I can get them the bonuses.
Our entire bottom 5 should just be guys who are going to fight.
It is the 70s. So try to get an extra point of development out of Daly there. And DuPont is 24. I don't think he's going to do much more. Put that into the new guy, Gassoff. And I'm just pulling some of the training away from the older guys. Yeah, Phil Esposito definitely doesn't need more. And I'm trying to keep that second number, the bonus number, over 10 at least, preferably over 12. wasting time on Pierre Bouchard. Okay, that should be good. And let's just get around to training camp so we can see the effects there. And here we go. The train, that's not that impressive, but Tiger Williams again, another 11 categories this time. Wow. So he's only 1 star, but he must be just on the verge of 1.5. He was only half a star last season. He shot up really quickly there. Yeah, oh, Dennis Hextall declining. That's not good news, but other than that, nobody that matters. And Rene Robert didn't show up in shape. Okay, if you want to wind it up there, I'll take a quick look at the what happened to the Nordiques and Jets. That's odd. They haven't signed any players yet.
Did schedules generate?
Yep.
Oh, wouldn't have pushed for it. Oh, they'll probably sign a bunch of guys at
Yeah,
training
no, they're
camp.
scheduled. They'll sign a... Actually, I can just... Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but... Play 1 day forward, and that should fill out their rosters. There we go. So, yeah, not surprisingly, it's pretty ugly for them. A lot of 1.5 stars. Wow, this is... I mean, it's sort of historically accurate because this is when the NHL was doing its really terrible expansion teams, and like Washington was finishing with 8 or 9 wins on the season. So these are going to be kind of cut from that mold. And I assume they'll be grabbing every waiver, every guy that gets waived that they can.
Probably.
Okay, but you want to go ahead and wind it up there?
Sure. Thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager 6 stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. You can also find our streams archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we are at Franchise Hockey, where you can also find a link to our official Discord channel. Or, of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums, where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything there. I'll be back next week with Adam's Minnesota Wild game. Had a pretty good playoff with them this year, so...
It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over. Stop saying like it's over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did. I forgot about that. We stopped off halfway through, didn't it? So.
Yes, we're not out yet.
No, I'm not going to jinx this. I won't say any more about it. Okay,
Yes.
everybody. Thanks for coming out, and we will see you back here next week.